I'm leaving the gym and I am all sweaty, as you can tell, but I wanted to record this video, and I want to start by saying, when I say eat like a bodybuilder, I'm not talking about the portions of food or the amounts of food, because that's obviously not necessary unless you are a bodybuilder. But I'm just talking about the types of food that bodybuilders eat, and really just anybody on a fitness based diet. And even if you're not, in the gym for whatever reason, if you're not, bodybuilding, or if you're not aiming towards running a marathon or something, even if you're not one of those based on a fitness based routine and that's why you're eating, even if you're not doing that, it's still very important to have just in your everyday life, just in your everyday diet, to have a similar diet as someone that is on a fitness journey. The United States is the most obese country in the world. It's kind of not hard to see why, with all the fast food restaurants everywhere. You don't really see that in other countries, and that's kind of a deeper subject that would require a whole nother video. But yeah, all the fast food makes it so easy for people to gain weight, and it's people will just buy into it, even though they can't really. I'm not going to say people can't afford it, but even though it costs a lot of money and it is one of the contributing factors for people not having as much money as they should, they still eat out. And I would say nowadays eating healthy is as expensive, if not more expensive, than eating out. And it used to be the opposite. People used to say we can't afford to eat out, and now it's getting to the point where it's we can't afford to I don't know, buy meat or buy salads or whatever, because everybody knows the price of meat nowadays. And really just obviously living today overall is just expensive. So I guess either way you're going to be paying more, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is, even if you're not bodybuilding or something like that, the foods that they eat, meat, oats, vegetables, stuff like that, if people would just, if average everyday people that aren't bodybuilding or doing something fitness related, if they would just implement those foods into their lives, they would obviously lose weight. And it's not as complicated as people make it seem. You don't have to, if you're just an average person, you don't have to track all of your macros and everything like that. Just switch up your foods. Like I said, I understand it can be expensive, and that's, I'm not saying you have to spend all of your money in order to do this, but at least partially switch it up and stuff like that. I feel like the majority, not the majority, but a lot of the reasons that people don't live as long nowadays is outside of the obesity factor, which is caused by fast food, is because even if they don't become obese, the foods that they eat are heavily processed, and there's chemicals in there that you don't even know what's in there. I mean, it's starting to come to light nowadays, where people are starting to find out what these companies put in their food, and it's not even real food to begin with. And on top of that, like I said, chemicals and stuff like that they put in there. And it's a good thing that people are starting to learn those things. But yeah, just like I said, the point of this video was, you don't have to be a bodybuilder or someone training for something to eat like they do. Just incorporate a similar diet, not, like I said, not like the portions or the large amounts of food that they eat, but I'm saying what they eat. Just eat a similar diet, and I feel like the population it would just pay off, you know. And it's a good thing that the fitness space is starting to become more popular, and people are starting to learn more about fitness and whatnot. I feel like it's definitely a good thing. I feel like if people would just start eating similarly, then they would start to feel better about themselves, and down the line, I think people would start to have longer longevity, and it would just pay off in the long run. So I just wanted to make this quick video. I just thought of the idea, so I wanted to make the video real quick. But I thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.